Hey my friends, I'm welcoming you back into this beautiful place, and I want to talk about how to reconnect back with your center. With the center where we feel the truth of who we are, where we feel the core of ourselves as soul beings, as light beings. So how to connect with back with yourself. Let's say back with yourself. First of all, we need to become aware that we are sometimes kind of disconnected. We are actually not literally disconnected, we just feel that way. Because we feel lost in the minds. When we feel lost in our minds, we say that we are disconnected from the soul. So when somebody say to us, connect back with the soul, we will say, well, stop with that spirituality. I don't believe that stuff. Right? We say that because we truly don't believe that. If we don't feel that, we can't believe that, because feeling is knowing. What we feel, we know. If we don't feel it, we don't know it. So how to connect with your soul, with yourself? When we find out that we don't feel the connection with it, it's the first step. Recognizing, well, I need a change. I need to change something about how my day is going. Maybe some rituals. Maybe you should stop hurrying so much. Stop running around so much and rather become aware what is still avoiding you from taking time for yourself. Because if we don't take time for ourselves, how can we find ourselves? How can we find ourselves if we don't take time for ourselves? We take time for our great technology. We take time for our jobs. We take time for making money. We take time for taking care of our families. We take time for communicating with our friends. We take time for also creating stuff, doing art and so on. But how often we truly take time for ourselves? You know, that's the second step to connect with your true self. We need to take time for ourselves. I like to take time for myself in the morning, in the middle of the day, where when I feel a little bit tired sometimes from all the action, from all the things that are happening in my life. That's when I take time for myself, and also I take time for myself before I go to sleep. Because I want to make sure that I will go to sleep with an empty mind. So now the question is, when we decided, okay, I will take time for myself, but how it looks like? How it looks like to take time for myself? Well, I can schedule it, but what should I do? What should I do with that time? I should rather go on Facebook or something, right? So how to take time for yourself? What should you do? You can just sit on the ground, on the floor, or in the nature. Just sit there and just think. Just think. Because maybe it will be the first time for you that you will notice, well, I'm thinking so much. That's why I'm distracting myself so often, because I'm thinking so much and I can't escape the prison of my mind. Are you thinking too much? And it's not all. Each thought is triggering emotion. And when we recognize all our thoughts, we recognize why we feel that way, right? Thoughts are triggering emotions, and suddenly we become aware why we feel the way we feel. So our emotional state is always equal to our thoughts. Our thoughts are equal to knowledge that we own, to sources of informations that we are perceiving. So whatever you're perceiving consciously, that's with what you're feeding your mind. So taking time for yourself also means take care of what you are perceiving, where you are placing your attention. I like to place my attention onto nature, and I'm constantly talking about it, because the nature is truly our greatest teacher. In nature, everything is present, because the birds are playing around, trees are growing. We can't actually see that trees are growing because they are so present, and they don't care what we think about them. So how to take time for yourself and connect back with the core of who you truly are? When we finally schedule a time, well, this will be a time for myself, we sit down, and actually you can also walk around if you want. And when we notice how much we are truly thinking, we actually notice that our mind is running really fast. Running and thinking so many thoughts. But now, because we are in that great times, we can learn that we can shift our brain state. When we are thinking too much, our brains are in high beta brainwave state. We can find it if we go a little bit into neuroscience, but you don't need to do that, I will tell you. When we are thinking too much, analyzing, criticizing, calculating, our brains are in beta brainwave state. So when you will sit down and like with a purpose to connect back with your soul, you can go from your thoughts, you can place your attention onto all the details that you can see around you. The magic will happen. You know what will happen when we start observing all the beauty? You know, look at that green color, the sun, look how it is shining through the leaves, through the branches of the tree. What a unique light, look at that, we can see all the beautiful things. That green is a little bit darker than the green over there. The tree is a little bit different than the tree over there. You know, when we see observing the nature that way, we suddenly noticed how unique it is. So when we are observing the nature that way, we see its uniqueness, we see its beauty, and suddenly our heart will become activated. Because we can't feel bad while seeing beautiful things. We can't feel stressed while seeing beautiful things. We will feel connected with the soul. Every time when we see beautiful things, when you hear beautiful song, you feel connected with your soul. Your soul is dancing, and if you connect with the soul, you will start dancing as well. And you know what? The nature is a reflection of our inner beauty. So when we recognize beauty outside of us, we also recognize beauty inside of us. It is always there. It is always there. The inner beauty is reflecting itself outside of us so it can remind us who we truly are. Beautiful creatures having that human experience so we can remember that we are actually infinite consciousness. infinite beings. It's a beautiful thing. So how else to connect back with your soul, with the core? You can sit down and meditate, and after being already in that beautiful state, while observing all that beauty, maybe you will still experience some thoughts. Well, I need to do that for my boss, or whatever. I need to cook some food at home, or whatever. Then you can place your attention onto your heart and just feel its beating. It is beating for you. It is beating for you. It is giving you life. It is giving you life. And just feel gratitude for that. You can do it right now. You can place your hand over your heart. If you're connected with me right now, you're already in the more calm state. And just feel gratitude, express gratitude towards your body right now. And just feel it. Breathe in, into your heart, breathe in. And just feel gratitude. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful that I can experience life in that time. I'm grateful that I can share what I have with others. I'm grateful that I can use my body to move through the beauty of life. I am grateful that I can talk, that I can hear, that I can see. I am grateful that I can feel connected with everything there is. And just feel it. Just feel it. And you can do it anytime you want. More we feel stressed, more often we should do that. We can only function on our best level when we are on our best level. When we feel disconnected, we are never disconnected. We are just distracted. And distraction is a reminder that we should get back to our hearts. So gratitude is powerful. But sometimes it's hard to be grateful if we are lost in the minds. So we need to ground a little bit and observe the beauty which is already all around us. Just observe it and be one with it. So that's it. And you can explore your inner dimension. You can always explore your inner dimension. You can go deeper if you will stay if you will stay longer in that state of meditation. You can explore your inner dimension. How deep can you go? You will experience a lot of new energy. And your soul will be grateful. You will start receiving guidance from it. You will start receiving messages from it. And as I said before, our outer environment is a reflection, it's a mirror from our inner state. When we start connecting with the soul more often, we will start seeing synchronicities outside of us. You will start seeing weird numbers. You will start meeting people which are just talking about the same things that you're thinking, and you will feel like you're telepathically connected with people. It will all start happening because you became more connected with yourself. It's a beautiful thing, because you will start to be guided back with the mission. You will actually become more aware of your mission. Why you are here, why you choose to come here, what kind of problems you came here to solve. All of those things will start happening after that. And times like this right now are the best time to do that. So this is it. I will leave you here now, and I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day, and see you soon. One love.